So now let's proceed to the second topic. The rehabilitation and rebuilding after the war were focused on providing solutions to the problems of the past. Our second topic is all about post-war intervention toward agrarian reform during the different administrations of the following presidents. But before we go on, let's define first yung agrarian reform. Agrarian reform, it is defined as a rectification of the whole system of agriculture. And if you are asking me, ano nga po ba yung pagkakaiba ng agrarian reform and land reform? When we say land reform, kagustuhan lang ng mga magsasaka na mabahagian sila ng lupa. But then dun sa agrarian reform, hindi lang sila basta mabahagian ng lupa, kundi maitaas din yung level ng mga nasa laylayang magsasaka para kumita. Kumbaga dito, sila ay papasok sa isang agricultural business nang sa ganon magkaroon sila yun nga ng kita. Okay, the first president in line is our former president Manuel Rojas. He passed Republic Act number 34 to establish a 70-30 sharing arrangement between tenant and landlord, which reduced the interest of landowners' loans to tenant at 6% or less. And the government also attempted to redistribute hacienda lands, falling prey to the use of similar attempts since no support was given to small farmers who were given lands. So, kitang-kita naman natin na ang kinakailangan, yung 70% is mapupunta sa mga landlord and yung 30% is mapupunta sa mga tenants. Nang sa ganun, magkaroon ng pagkakaisa or 'di ba hindi man sila sobrang hati but then merong masasabing karapatan na dapat yung mga Pilipino. And gaya nga ng sinabi dito, the government also attempted to redistribute hacienda lands. So dito parang nag-attempt sila ng ganitong what do you call that? Yung pagre-redistribute ng hacienda, of course, para sa mga Pilipino kasi nga wala namang binibigay na suporta sa kanila. So, ayun. The second in line president was Elpidio Quirino. The Land Settlement Development Corporation or LASEDECO was established to accelerate and expand their settlement program for peasants. And this agency later on became under the administration of President Ramon Magsaysay. Yung LASEDECO naging NARA or the National Resettlement and Rehabilitation Administration. So, itinatag yon upang maipamahagi ang lupang pambayan para magkaroon ng sariling lupa ang mga mamamayan. And then nakasulat din sa Republic Act number 1199 or the Agriculture Tenancy Act to govern the relationship between landholders and tenant farmers, protecting the tenurial rights of tenants and enforce tenancy practices. So, this act was established para sa mga tenant farmers na nangangahulugang hindi dapat sila pinapaalis basta-basta sa lupain ng mga landlords. And then the Agricultural Tenancy Commission was also established to administer problems created by tenancy. So, the Agricultural Credit and Cooperative Financing Administration was also created mainly to provide warehouse facilities and assist farmers in marketing their products. So, the administration spearheaded the establishment of the Agricultural and Industrial Bank to provide easier terms in applying for homestead and other farmlands. So, parang dito sa Agricultural Credit and Cooperative Financing Administration, kasi nga 'di ba, since sila ay papasok sa isang agricultural, kinakailangan nilang makapag-provide ng warehouse facilities and para na rin ma-assist yung farmers kung paano nila maibebenta yung kanilang produkto. NAR accelerated the government's resettlement program and distribution of agricultural lands to landless tenants and farmers. It is also aimed to convince members of the Hawks, a movement of rebels in Central Luzon, to resettle in areas where they could restart their lives as peaceful citizens. But despite a more vigorous effort toward agrarian reform, the situation for the farmers remained dire since government lacked funds and provide inadequate support services. So, sa kabila nung effort na mga inattempt nila, hindi rin nag-work kasi nga kulang sa mga pondo, ganun, and hindi rin nila mabigyan ng sapat na support yung gagawin nilang service. A major stride in land reform arrived during the term of President Justado Macapagal through the Agricultural Land Reform Code or Republic Act No. 3844. Ito ay enact noong 1963 under nga ni President Justado Macapagal Arroyo. So, this code abolished share tenancy in the Philippines and prescribed a program to convert tenant farmers to lessees and later on owner cultivators. It also aimed to free tenants from tenancy and emphasize owner cultivatorship and farmer independence, equity, productivity, improvement, and public distribution. In short, kagustuhan ng code na ito na magkaroon ng private lands ang mga farmers. But despite being one of the most comprehensive pieces of land reform legislation ever passed in Philippines, Congress did not make any effort to come up with a separate bill to fund its implementation. So, ayun, hindi rin nag-improve or hindi rin nagawa ng paraan yung kanilang mga minimithi or ina-attempt na maging solusyon para sa mga Pilipino.